There are already parasites who attack the system, and you want to join them? There are youngsters like cockroaches who do not get any employment. Some of them become media, some become social media, some RTI activists, and they start attacking everyone. This was said by Chief Justice of India. Do not dismiss it, saying this was slip of tongue or he just got angry. And what he later said, it was misquoted by media. Because if we dismiss it lightly, we would be completely missing the point. The real issue is not the kind of language he used, but the mindset of the system itself that he himself emphasized. वो चीफ जस्टिस है इंडिया के, वो एक सिस्टम का हिस्सा है जो कि पिछले 10 साल में इमर्ज हुआ.
He only labeled the young who are unemployed. और ये लेबलिंग पैटर्न चल रहा है पिछले 10 साल. हमें तब समझ में आएगा.
Provided we have the eye to view that pattern carefully and dispassionately. अपने पॉलिटिकल एफिलिएशंस और लॉयल्टीज को दरकिनार रखें फॉर अ वाइल and just for once think and listen as a common countryman of this great country, India. क्योंकि सबसे पहले let's start with a basic question. Almost 10 साल पहले या उससे थोड़ा पहले एक कॉन्फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्री की रिपोर्ट आई थी that warned that nearly 2/3 of college graduates in India are not employable क्योंकि उनके पास वो स्किल्स है नहीं जो मार्केट का रिक्वायरमेंट है, इंडस्ट्री का रिक्वायरमेंट. अब आउट ऑफ दैट 2/3, दैट 1/3 जो है वो अनट्रेनेबल. अब दिस वाज एन ओल्ड इंडिकेटर अबाउट अ मेजर क्राइसिस अनफोल्डिंग. मोस्ट ऑफ अस वी डिडंट इवन बॉदर. Whose fault was it? The students or institutions or the government? You cannot expect कि students जो हैं वो improve करेंगे quality of education उनको. So the question is कि उस report के बाद what did the system do? They did nothing. They focused on big advertisements, events and symbolism, and on top of that drifted the young minds एक दूसरी दिशा में जहां पर कि they are sure not to get better education, जो कि that meets the requirements of the modern industry and market. They would not get better jobs and better wages. What they did was they diverted.
So labeling young unemployed is futile because it's the system's mistake that it did not correct the institutions. Now if we move back to labeling part, Chief Justice of India did what he has been observing all these years, what the system has been doing. After all, वो भी इसी system का एक हिस्सा है. You do not believe?
Take this. Young workers had recently protested in Noida अपनी वेजेस को लेकर कि वो बढ़ नहीं रही. इन्फ्लेशन के कारण सर्वाइवल उनके लिए मुश्किल होता जा रहा था. तो सिस्टम ने क्या किया? सम ऑफ देम वर अरेस्टेड. दो जो हैं उनमें से दो आर रिपोर्टेडली बुक्ड अंडर नेशनल सिक्योरिटी एक्ट. नाउ मेनी ऑफ देम, those workers have shifted to their villages, making the garment factories fend for themselves. Who is going to suffer? The nation, ultimately. Second, students protested against Agniveer scheme because they were scared about their future. Why did it end abruptly? अचानक कैसे खत्म हो गया वो? Perhaps, reportedly, they were warned. You are being watched. One police case and your dream of a government job is all over. In both the instances, the system did not want anyone to speak, so most of them quietly went back to their homes and the threat worked. So this comment of cockroaches and parasites, ये ऐसे ही out of the blue नहीं आया है. ये आया है as the system has been treating the common man with disdain, with insult. Have an open mind and notice कि system, how has the system been handling the questions today. Question unemployment, you are called negative, और उसमें यंग लोग ही टारगेट करने लगते हैं एक दूसरे. Question inflation, you are called anti development and anti government. Question institutions, you are called anti national. Question environmental destruction, वो सोनम वांगचुक से पूछ लीजिए उनके साथ क्या हुआ. Question administrative failures, ध्यान ले जाता हूं हाथरस केस पे, रेप केस पे. डिस्कशन जो है सडनली टर्न इनटू व्हाट, इन इंटरनेशनल कॉन्स्पिरेसी एंड डीप रूटेड प्लॉट अगेंस्ट द यूपी गवर्नमेंट. रेप बेचारी वो बंदी का हुआ. सो नो वंडर आउट ऑफ द फोर the three accused got free, and those who protested against the cover up, they were arrested for plotting against the government. Question the farm laws, thousands of Sikhs were called Khalistanis. Question governance, and you will be called as cockroaches and parasites. Labels बदलते रहते हैं, लेकिन पैटर्न एक ही है. Insult, threaten the people who speak up, so that the system does not have to answer the question. So the whole system has become a labeling machine. और एक बार बंदा लेबल हो गया एज एंटी नेशनल, एक्सट्रीमिस्ट, पैरासाइट, टेररिस्ट, कॉकरोच, society loses its sensitivity and stops caring for them. And why has the society stopped caring and lost sensitivity जबकि दूसरों के ऊपर injustice भी हो रहा हो? Because one, हमने सब लोगों ने, we have invested so much emotionally on one man that the fellow citizen has now become the problem. मैं कई बार पहले भी बोल चुका. लोग क्या बोलेंगे, वो बेचारा क्या करे यार जब लोग ही ऐसे हैं. कौन लोग भाई, उसमें आप नहीं हो क्या, आप अलग हो. Second, we have nobody else to blame therefore but ourselves. हम खुद ही, we ourselves cheered, celebrated when someone else was labeled as anti-national. So whenever a student, a worker, or an activist was arrested for protesting, many of us nodded wisely and said, "Good, देश के खिलाफ बोलेगा तो भुगतेगा." So arrest looked justified, harassment looked normal, bulldozers looked acceptable. लेकिन वो system that is trained to crush people never stops at one group. Activists, journalists, फैक्ट्री वर्कर्स, अनएम्प्लॉयड यूथ, सब इसमें लपेटे में आते हैं. एंड स्लोली द ऑर्डिनरी सिटीजन वुड डिस्कवर समथिंग वेरी टेरिफाइंग. वो क्या? ही इज कंप्लीटली अलोन इन हिज फाइट. थिंक बैक टू आवर माय ओन यंग डेज. व्हेनेवर देयर वाज इनजस्टिस डन टू समवन, देयर वाज समवन टू स्टैंड अप फॉर अस. अगर वेजेस कट हुए, someone unjustly thrown out of the job, if the rights were violated, there was someone to stand for us. There was a sense of community, a union, or a neighborhood that supported you. You were never left to fight by yourself. लेकिन अब क्या हो रहा है? The ordinary citizen is completely alone. Some of them are fighting a lonely, exhaustive battle against their own government. और ये अनइक्वल मैथ्स देखो इस लड़ाई. सिस्टम के पास तो दे हैव अ मैसिव आर्मी ऑफ टॉप लॉयर्स, एंड हु पेज फॉर देम? दे आर पेड फ्रॉम आवर टैक्सेस. वेयर एज द सिटीजन जो लड़ रहा है बेचारा, उसको अपने सेविंग से लड़ रहा है, उसको अपने एफडी, फिक्स डिपॉजिट तोड़ने पड़ रहे हैं, पैसे उधार ले रहा है टू डिफेंड हिमसेल्फ अगेंस्ट a system which is funded by his own money, by the way. And what does society do while you fight this lonely battle? सोसाइटी जो है साइलेंटली वॉचेस दिस, और कई बार तो दे चेयर द मशीनरी द सिस्टम. That is why the cockroach comment matters. It is not a debate about a judge using an ugly word. It shows a scary change.
इट शोज कि सिस्टम कितनी आसानी से किसी को भी लेबल कर देता है. एक सिस्टम दैट वाज बिल्ट टू प्रोटेक्ट सिटीजंस इज नाउ कंप्लीटली कंफर्टेबल फ्राइटनिंग द सिटीजंस एंड पुटिंग देम इनटू साइलेंस. एंड द सैडेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी इज दिस: द कॉमन मैन एक्चुअली में उसने खुद ने हेल्प किया टू क्रिएट सच ए सिस्टम where system for the people, by the people and of the people has become meaningless and crushed under the big boot. Thank you. Jai Hind.